Good evening and welcome to our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show on Bay County TV. Jeff Doad and Mike Wasdala along with you. In 3 words tonight, fun, fun, fun.
Yeah, I think you hit it the nail right on top of the head, Jeff. It's going to be an exciting basketball game, down towards the end of the year. Got a couple rivalries here in Essexville, Garber, and Bay City, John Glenn. And these kids, no matter when they go at each other, they go at each other hard.
Well, let's start with Coach Watts and his group from Garber. Really didn't start the season the way that they had hoped, but really the last 6 or 8 ball games, they have started to put things together. And I think it's the right time of year to hit your stride.
Yeah, we've said to them once, we said it a million times, if you're going to hit your stride, hit it right before the district and the state tournament, and that's what the Garber Dukes are doing. Jeff, Chris Watts, what can you say about him? He's a solid individual on and off the floor, but what a great X and O guy, and a really good coach who has his kids prepared and ready to play every single night.
If I have to say one great thing about Coach Watts, it's his ability to sense when to call a timeout and then what to structure in that timeout, and then the way to watch his kids execute coming out. I just think it's masterful.
Yeah, I would agree with you there, Coach. He knows a lot about the game. He knows when to, he knows his kids, so he knows if he can see them when they're struggling a little bit or they're slowing down or maybe they're going too fast. He says, timeout, we got to talk about this. And, normally he comes out, makes some changes, does a real nice job.
Well, they've got Schimmel and they've got Millars, 2 of their kids that they're going to need to score points tonight for them to be successful.
Yeah, those kids are, are really good players, Jeff. They're big. They got some inside game. Van Octen's got that. He's really tough on the outside from that point guard. We've watched him for years. His maturation has been absolutely incredible. So I like the Garber team. They got good balance. They got good inside. They got outside. And I think it's going to be a good matchup for Glenn tonight.
Swart out, down in the post. Not a prolific scorer. Plays great defense, though. Rebounds very well, and he's able to put the ball back in off misses.
Well, he's an aircraft carrier. He's got that big body, Jeff. Big wingspan. It's always nice to have that blocker at the backside down there by the basket. So, if he can get you 8, maybe 10 points and can pick up 10, maybe 11 rebounds, that's a plus for Coach Watts and the Garber Dukes.
You look then on the other side to Torrey Jackson and the John Glenn Bobcats. The first year that they had Coach Jackson here, they had no idea what to expect as far as the condition he was expecting from them.
Well, you know what? He coaches like he played. We've said it 1,000 times, Jeff. He wants to get up and down the floor. He wants to play solid on defense, rest on offense. And if you're going to play like that, you better be in shape. And he demands that from his players. And I think what we saw from the Bobcats the last time we saw them against the Midland High Chemics really proved that they can get up and down the floor, and plus they can play defense.
Well, and he had a masterful timeout down 10-2 in that last game that we did. That really turned his kids around. But he's already in his 3rd year here.
Wow.
Now the kids understand the expectation. Their basketball team by far in the last 3 years is the best shape that they've been in.
Yeah, and the expectations, Jeff, are coming from the lower levels, the lower grades in the middle school up through the program. So those lower level coaches know what Coach Jackson wants. And when they get up to the varsity, and I've been a varsity coach, I want my assistants at the 8th, 9th, JV levels, I want them to have those kids fundamentally sound. So when they get up to me on the varsity, I'm going to work on some things, but they know the expectations and they know what the fundamentals are. We're gonna break down teams and go after it.
Well, you got Porter, Allman, O'Hare, and another 3-point shooter named Wallaker that you can lean on.
I'll tell you what, they could fill it up, Jeff. And we were talking in the pregame. Porter had 17 against the Midland Chemics the other night, and I got to thinking about it. It was Porter's house that night. He was a high scorer for the Bobcats. He did a really nice job, and they beat a Midland team that I thought was really good. Didn't look like a 3-12 team to me that came in here. They had some length, but John Glenn only gave up 8 points in the second half of that ball game. They just clamped down, and defense was solid second half.
Well, and there's another kid, too, and I wanted to save him for last. He's a 4-year player on varsity. Joe Blong just signed with the Naval Academy yesterday, so certainly our heartfelt congratulations go out to him and wish him all the best. but that's just another quality kid and another trump card that Coach Jackson uses to help keep these people playing.
Well, when you can go with the 5 of those starters and bring maybe 3, maybe 4 off the bench, Jeff, you got fresh bodies, fresh legs coming into the game, and a solid 9 or 10 deep. That really helps. And you work on defense, you rest on offense. And we were really impressed the way the Bobcats played defense. They were good in the first half against Midland. They were exceptional in the second half against Midland.
Well, if you had any doubt that we're a little bit fired up and excited about this game, you had us wrong, because we are certainly looking forward to it. That puts the wraps on our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show. Back with all the game action in just a minute on Bay County TV.
At Covenant Healthcare, we lead with the most advanced technology. We lead with the most experienced, comprehensive medical and surgical teams. We lead with partnerships to teach our future doctors, and with organizations who help us bring world-renowned care close to home. We lead because our patients are at the center of everything we do. Covenant Healthcare. Extraordinary care for every generation.
Good evening and welcome. Moments away from tip-off. Shipnote and Mike Wisdali. You can feel the energy in the air.
Great crowd. The big fella from Bangor Township Schools, Mr. Matt Schmitz, in the house tonight, standing up here with us. Good to see Matt again.
Well, he wanted to have the best spot in the house, and he said, that's right next to Bay County TV.
I don't blame him.
What a great leader in this Bangor school system indeed. Joe Blong. Dribble penetrates, backs it back out to Wallaker. Wallaker's got his hands full defensively. Shot going up from O'Hare. A 3-ball, just double irons off the rim. Back down at the other end of the floor. As the Essexville Garber Dukes take their time into the offense. Riley Day into that starting group, and we know he can move bodies around.
He's a big fella. Nice motion offense to start the game by Garber. Both teams starting on the man-to-man. And a big hoop right out of the box for number 1, Adam Schimmel. That's a good way for Adam to start.
Indeed it is. So we are going to be in a situation where both these teams are going to like to drop the bomb.
Oh, yeah. There's not a kid on that floor right now didn't get a shot he didn't like.
As they move the ball around, you are going to see a lot of wing offense from the John Glenn Bobcats. And there it is, 4 years experience, Joe Blong tickling the twine on the trifecta. Tied up at 3 here with 6:40 left in our first quarter of play. Little miscommunication as Burrows threw that ball out of bounds. He was kind of expecting number 12, Van Octon, to cut back out, and he cut to the hole.
Yeah, going back door, Jeff. That's happened sometimes on that motion offense. You just go back door. If the defense is overplaying you, you cut back door. You take them out and cut back door. But here we go, back down the other side for the Bobcats.
As O'Hare tries to get out of the middle, he's got to get out of there before the 3 count, as he does a nice job of doing that. Joe Blong, he thought about burping it up again. Wallaker says, I can feel like burping it up. That shot is missed. Rebound comes down to Van Octon. On a controlled break, here come the Garber Dukes. As they set things up again, Schimmel sends that ball deep on the wing, and there's not a lot there as the defenses for both teams have really got it dialed up early, Coach.
It's really solid, Jeff. Can hear the tennis shoes squeaking, coming out high hands on the glide stance. Good challenge right there by number 0, Rory O'Hare. Back go the Bobcats.
Yeah, McFarland did not get a great jump off that. Look at Joe Blong going strong to the hole. They're going to call it on the floor with a foul. Not shooting situation, but Job has deceptive speed. And when he gets that first dribble step to the hole, he really can finish around the basket.
Little hesitation step, little hesitation dribble right there, Jeff. Team foul number 1 against the Duke. That foul was on number 24, Riley Day.
So Day will probably at some point see Swart out coming in to help him out. And you talk about aircraft carriers, and it's a guy that takes up space.
He's a big fella. I was watching him during warm-up. Call him Eclipse.
Joe Blong off the mark on his second offering, as he is 1 for 2 from three-point land. And we're still tied up at 3. We played almost 3 minutes.
Going to be a shot after the foul after the shot. That foul is going to be on Joe Long, his first.
So after the shot was completed, that foul was on the floor, and that's why they're going to bring it out right under our broadcast position.
We got an interesting perch here at John Glenn.
Has taken the ball strong to the hole. Looks like Rory O'Hare might pick up the foul, and that will send to the free throw line for 2, Evan Burrows.
That's on Wallison, Jeff. That's his first team foul, number 2. At the line for the Garber Dukes, number 5, Evan Burrows. He'll shoot a couple.
Tied up at 3. First of 2 is halfway down and rolls back out. Second free throw attempt forthcoming. He'll make good on the second one because he's got a nice adjustment to that first stroke. And that one comes off just a touch strong. Look at Van Ogden going up strong for the rebound. And now we're going to fight for the rebound. Porter can't quite maintain it. And now they're going to go over and back over to the John Glenn Bobcats. That was quite an exchange.
Yeah, it was. There was a lot of physicality right there. So over and back, Bobcats will get the ball back right at the scorer's table. Want to say a big thank you to the PA announcer, Jeff, Mr. Terry Snyder, who always shows us a little love when we walk into the door on that PA system.
We are blessed in Bay County with some great public address announcers at the sites that really bring some excitement and flair to what they do, and it really adds to the ambiance in the gymnasiums that we see our games.
Ambiance.
Oh, I got the thesaurus out again. O'Hare with a little pull-up 15-footer. Had a great look again. Both teams getting great looks, just a little nerves early on. As the shot goes up from number 1, Schimmel can't get it. And Schimmel's going to get the rebound and the putback off the back pass as he just continued to look for that passing angle. Made it happen.
Nice job by Schimmel coming back, getting that layup, Jeff. It's Schimmel 5, John Glenn 3. Good call by the official. And you know what? The officials are doing a nice job early setting the tone. They got some physicality, and they're letting them play. And you know what? This is big boy basketball right here. These teams are going to be going at each other in league next year. And so it's going to be fun to watch.
Well, they're both trying to send a message that will
resonate throughout the league for next year.
As they move around, great look from 3. That shot is missed by McFarlane. As just into the ball game is Jeremiah Long. So we got a couple of Longs in the ball game.
It's a long day.
They are making it happen here. There's a great look for Wallaker, just off the mark again. Great seal-off rebound by Van Ogden for the Essexville Garber Dukes.
Wallaker's getting some good looks, Jeff. Those are going to start falling for him. Young man just got to shoot his way out of it.
3:30 left in our first quarter of play. Nice job underneath. How about the body English on that finish for the Bobcats?
Nice job by Jamison Van Ogden, Jeff. Bobcats up 7-3, and another nice basket by Joe Long.
He's got all 5 points for the Bobcats. Felt the pressure as he spun into the hole, did a little pivot, and kissed it off the expensive piece of glass for the deuce.
Trying to get a little mismatch going and a little pick and roll.
As they're going to probably pick the foul up on Glazier.
Yeah, looks like number 25, Garrett Glazer. That'll be his first personal. Team foul number 3 at the line for the Dukes will be number 12, Jamison Van Ogden. He's going to shoot a couple. Shooting it with that left hand. First one up. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Nice looking stroke as we've got substitutes coming back into the game. As we are at the 2:55 mark already of our first quarter.
Quick.
Hard to believe how fast this has all gone. Second one a little bit strong. As the rebound was missed, making no mistake on that one was Long as Jeremiah went up and gobbled that thing up and brought it down.
Drew Rogers with a great block out underneath the basket here, Jeff. Got a body on somebody, got thumbs in his ears. Did a nice job boxing out there. Good fundamentally sound.
There's another 3-ball from long, and that one is off the mark as well. Quickly at the other end of the floor. Nice job by Porter of playing defense without creating the hit.
Yep. Just kind of went right past him, Jeff, and just disturbed him a little bit.
And there again is that first step by Joe Blong, gliding to the basket. Contact will cause the foul and put the Bobcats on the baseline out of bounds.
Fouls on number 14, Logan Woodruff, out of bounds to the Bobcats underneath their own basket.
As we move things around right now, Wallaker's looking for a long screen. As they move that ball around, Job thought about it. Now he's going to take it to the hole. Can't get it. Gets another one. They're going to have another one foul down on the floor. Joe Blong is very active early on.
Looks like that foul is going to be on number 14. Woodruff, his second, team foul number 3.
Jacob Dorian comes into the ball game too, and he's pretty familiar with the weight room. You can tell by the way he looks. There's a little 15-footer on the baseline, and Wallaker couldn't get that one to drop either. His stroke just not there early on. That ball goes out of bounds, and the pressure from Wallaker defensively. He says, my shot's not falling.
Yep.
I can make up for it on the other end, and he sure did.
That's right. Sometimes it's just not going for you, Jeff. You find other ways to help the squad. Wallaker did a nice job there with his D. Set play coming here for the Bobcats.
Joe Blong. As he looks to dribble penetrate, not much there. As they're going to run a little mini weave, Joe Blong's going to bring it back near the top. Set the stage, squares his feet, lets it fly just a little bit off the mark. And the rebound, one and done, comes down to the Essexville Garber Dukes with $1:25 and counting left in our first quarter of play. Very, very quick-paced game as that shot goes up a little bit long. And look at Wallaker coming up with the ball. Bobcats are not getting a good body on the defensive glass yet and allowing some second-chance shots for the Essexville Garber Dukes. Here comes Jeremiah Long going strong to the hole. Just short-armed that a little bit.
Nice pass.
At the other
Nice
end,
pass.
and a great finish. Perfectly done to Evan Burrows.
There's a foul on the play, too. Did not see who it was, Jeff. It's kind of underneath the balcony right here.
I think they got Porter.
That's on Troy Porter, his first. Team foul number 4 at the line for the Garber Dukes. Number 5, Evan Burrows.
Burrows was great under control to the hole, had the angle and knew how he had to finish. Tried to
Chin
finish
on the rim.
off the old-fashioned way on the three-point play, and he got a double iron and a one and done as the rebound comes down to the Bobcats.
And 45 seconds and counting to go here in the first quarter, Jeff. Nice cut.
Another nice look that time by number 13. Unable to make it happen was Rogers. Back into the offensive set. It's Riley Day.
Nice pass.
There's a great job. The perfect pass, 2 steps with 1 dribble to the hole and a kiss off the glass for the Deuce.
Man, Burrows with a nice pass from number 10, McFarland, across the lane, went up strong. Going to be under 10 seconds to go, Jeff.
As we count it down here in the first quarter, O'Hare deep up top. Joe Blong says with 4 seconds left, I better do something. Step back from 19, can't get it to drop. At the end of the first quarter, it's 12-5, the Essexville Garber Dukes over the John Glenn Bobcats. Back in a moment on Bay County TV. Village Towing and Auto Repair of Kaukaulin and Bay City is here to help you in your hour of need with fast and friendly service. With over 30 years of towing experience, we know how to get the job done quickly and safely. From big to small, we do it all. Give us a call at 989-684-9607 for all your towing needs. As you hear them in the background, the John Glenn Bobcat Pep Band here tonight for our listening entertainment. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala along with you, Jared Doan and Matthew Place on the cameras. Nick Page producing and directing. It's a great place to be on a Friday night.
Tell you what, great Friday night, Tuesday night.
Tuesday night, Friday night, they're all great nights.
They're all great nights. Anytime, any night's good when you're not looking at grass or dirt.
Get the days of the week in order here, Mr. Doe.
Well, we're going to be busy this weekend, so
Indeed.
We'll talk about that also.
Yes, indeed, we shall. As they move that ball around, look at the strong hands of O'Hare pulling that away without contact. He got all ball, and the Bobcats have the first opportunity to put points on the board in the second quarter.
Coach Jackson calling out a play. Joe Blong's going to try to set it up. Got some double screens down low, Jeff.
I think they really need to get Wallaker a nice look.
There you go.
He was off balance, and he got 3 pieces of iron, a little bit of glass, and still couldn't get that thing to drop.
Getting good looks as a young man. They're going to start falling for him. He's too good of a shooter.
And they'll keep going at it, no question. As we're going to have a foul. As that is going to be, I think, a moving screen. We'll see if they call that player control. Exactly right. That happened down in the corner where it's a little tough for us to see.
The foul's on number 40, Jeff. That's Swartout, his first team foul, number 4 for the Dukes.
And when he screens you, you'll better know where your dentist is at because he'll rattle those teeth.
Fillings might be dropping out when he hits you.
6:50 left in our first half of play. Still 12-5 as the John Glenn Bobcats down 7 with the offensive set. O'Hare wide open for a 3 ball. That won't drop. Swartout tries to get the rebound, and it rolls off his hand and out of bounds back over the John Glenn Bobcats with another offensive opportunity.
Again, good look by the Bobcats, Jeff. They're getting good looks from 3-point inside the 3-point line. Just got to keep shooting, shoot your way out of it. These kids will be okay.
As Porter gets the ball. Back to Joe Blong. Joe gets it to O'Hare. Back up top to number 33, Wolscheid. As the defense has been stifling so far for the Essexville Garber Dukes, and a little rejection there as Joe Blong pulls up. Finally able to get a little 17-footer from the wing to rattle home.
Yep, 12-7, Jeff, 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
Who's got all
basket,
7 points for John Glenn?
Yep, Mr. Joe Blong.
Swartout got up in the air and really kind of had nowhere to go and launched that ball to the corner, and O'Hare was all over that. Joe Blong pulls up from 15. Look at that soft touch. He says, now I got all 9 of the team's points here in the first half.
Defensively, Bobcats doing a nice job down here right below us, Jeff. Down a little 4-0 run to start the second quarter, and double dribble for the Dukes. Back over to the Bobcats.
Boy, wasn't quite certain, but I think that ball got tipped away, and that's why he felt the need to dribble the ball again. But that's not the way the officials saw it. And Coach Watts says, nope, we'll just play at the other end, and we'll make it happen on the D.
Burrows and McFarland back in for the Dukes.
Both teams really substituting pattern well, trying to keep some fresh bodies on the floor. Joe Blong goes to the hole. He said, I might as well have all 11 of my team's points. Coach Chris Watts says, I need a timeout with a 5:19 left in our first half of play. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
I know, you're just like Danny, huh?
They'll probably never know about his thousands of hours of on-the-job training.
Go, Daddy.
Or that he spent as much time in the classroom as someone with a master's degree. You and I know he's one of the experts when it comes to electricity. Part of a team committed to doing the job right. They call him Dad. You call him the electrician right down the street. IBEW, the power professionals in your neighborhood.
Looking right down into the John Glenn Bobcat bench is Coach Torrey Jackson. Finishes his timeout. Dennis Argyle says, hey, gentlemen, that's the first horn. Let's make this wrap it up and let's go. That's one of my favorite parts of officiating. You walk right up into that huddle. You warn them in the pregame. On the second horn, we want to be ready to play ball. So let's wrap it up. So they can't be shocked or surprised by what they see.
Officials drive us coaches crazy, man.
I know. We are consistent in our behavior, though. As that ball moves around on the horn, Deep into the corner, a 3-ball just off the mark, and again, big-time rebound that time by Wallison.
That was a shot by Schimmel in that deep corner, Jeff.
And another good look, and unfortunately unable to finish. Look at that great look by Wallison, getting that ball to Rory O'Hare, who had an easy kiss off the glass. First lead of the game, I believe. Nope, they were up 3-0.
8-0 run right now for the John Glenn Bobcats. Good action all around, Jeff. And that was number 10 for the Bobcats. McFarland with the shot, just a little bit off, but we're going to have a foul.
Jump ball, alternate possession.
Sorry.
We're going the other way.
We're kind of getting used to looking at our our monitor.
Our new monitor,
yeah.
Courtesy of the Vistalas.
That's the least we could do.
Oh, it's a beautiful picture indeed. And Jared Doan and Matthew Place doing a tremendous job giving us those great looks. Great look in the corner, the shot off the mark, and that great backside rebound.
It's one of your faves.
Bobcats. That is the creme de la creme. Strong to the hole, a little strong, trying to put it up was number 10, Dylan McFarland. And again, no second chance opportunities as the Bobcats doing a much better job on the defensive glass.
Nice pass. Nice job by number
Trevor Willison.
Yeah, Trevor Willison for the Bobcats, Jeff. Missed it once, went up again. But you know what he did there? He didn't bring it down below his waist. You always tell your kids when you get a rebound like that, you bite the basketball and you go up strong, and he's going to get rewarded. He's going to shoot a couple free throws.
If that basketball stays at the eyeballs on up, you take the little guys right out of the equation. You bring that around your military spot on your body, the navel, and the little guys are going to chew that up. I did that for Joe Blanc, the navel.
I don't know where you come up with them, brother.
I just thought of it.
You think about them all day when you're walking around Handy Middle School.
Oh, that Thomas Lincoln Handy Middle School hallways. Miss of the second free throw with 3:40 left in our first half of play. Here comes Schimmel into the offense. Trying to come baseline.
Good help by Wallison.
And the ball is rejected on Van Ochten. But Van Ochten's going to go to the free throw line as O'Hare picks up the foul.
Rory's first team foul, number 5 at the line for Garber, Jeff. Number 12, Jamison Van Ochten. Unofficially, he's got 3 points so far here in the ball game.
Like that southpaw stroke
he's
got. First one is all cotton. So down 1 with the second free throw attempt forthcoming.
Nice big boisterous crowd on hand tonight, Jeff. Good night for basketball.
And you tell me this is a Tuesday, not a Friday.
Yes.
So I'm all discombobulated. No, what a great weeknight crowd. 2 teams. This is just a glimpse of what you're going to see for years to come when these 2 teams play each other. Wallaker can't get that shot to drop. What a great job cleaning the glass by Van Ochten. Dribble penetration going strong to the hole is number 10, Dylan McFarland. He creates the contact, and he's going to earn something at the line.
That's fouls on Rory O'Hare. His second team foul, number 6, Jeff, at the line for the Essexville Garber Dukes. The point guard, Dylan McFarland.
Quincy Allman coming in for his first taste of activity tonight.
He had a really nice game last time we were here at John Glenn against the Midland High Chemics. Did a nice job leading the squad from that point guard position. Got some playing time. Coming off the bench now, but you know what? With that experience, nice to see him coming off the bench.
Second free throw rattles home. It's 16-14. The Garber Dukes up a deuce as the John Glenn Bobcats get into the offensive set. Joe Blanc with a little fade away on the baseline. Can't get it to fall. And the ball goes off the hands of one of the Bobcats trying to get the offensive rebound. So the Garber Dukes +2 and possession with 3 minutes left in the first half.
All right, great first half, Jeff. Both teams playing hard. Coaches coaching hard. Referees doing a great job. Crowds into it. This is what rivalries are all about. You just get up for games like these. There's a different intensity level around the school during the day, and you know what's coming for the day, and it's just a whole different feeling.
Well, and Almond had jumped in front of that passing lane. Now at the other end, kind of little step back from the teardrop as they move the ball around. Day trying to go up strong to the hole. It comes up just a little bit short. And it looks like Willison got a knee to the knee as he's trying to run one off right now. He was hobbled. That'll sting you in a hurry. As Joe Blong thought about burping it up from 22. Says, oh, there's nothing wrong with the knee, but just came up an inch short off the front iron. Again, one and done. As at the other end.
That was a nice break.
Miss on the break.
That's by Burrows.
Burrows tried to take it to the hole again, and we're already down to 2 minutes left in the first half. Almond's going to find a path to the hole. Used his body exceptionally to shield off the defender. Kiss it off that expensive piece of glass. Gets it to drop. He'll go to the free throw line to try and finish off the three-point play. The old-fashioned way.
That foul's on number 10 for Garber, Jeff. Dylan McFarland, his first team foul, number 6.
So you're seeing the officials double hook 'em horns right now.
Yeah.
They're letting them know both teams with 6. Next free throw either way, we'll be shooting the uno unless it's a player control.
With $1:55 to go here in the second quarter. We got us a tie ball game.
Tied no more. As Allman gets his first 3 points of the ball game shortly after his arrival.
Nice to have that coming off the bench, Jeff. He's got some experience. Nice to have him coming in there and kind of setting the pace a little bit.
Well, and he's another one of the juniors that's going to be back for some more fun next year. So always nice to see juniors getting some great playing time. Trying to roll to the hole, and the basket is good.
That's why number 2, Jake Millars, Jeff, his first basket of the night for the Garber Dukes.
He's another kid that can fill it up. So as Joe Blong thought about it, and that shot just goes off the edge of the fingers, but Allman's going to come back and pick it up with $1:15 left in our first half of play. It's 18-17. The Garber Dukes on top by 1. He's going all the way to the hole. Look
That'll
at
get
that.
you off the schneid.
Fingertip roll rattles it home. Back on top by 1 are the John Glenn Bobcats.
Nice job by Wallaker, Jeff, not dropping his head. Chin on the rim the whole way. That foul is going to be on number 25 of the Bobcats, Garrett Glazier. It's going to be his second, team foul number 7.
Glazier, just a sophomore, coming up getting some quality minutes on the varsity.
And they got some young kids on both these squads. It'll be fun to watch over the next few years.
Riley Day at the free throw line. Bend to the knees, flick of the wrist, all Cotton on the first delivery. 52.6 ticks left in this briskly played first half.
We're going to be home early again tonight, my friend.
Yahoo!
You'll get your nap in.
Yes, indeed, before you hitting the hallways again tomorrow. And your day at the ISD.
Yep.
So it's all good stuff. As it's 20-19 right now. Garber back on top by 1. Porter going strong to the hole. Can't get the shot to drop. He knew where it was going to miss at. There's Allman wide open for a 3-ball. He can't get it. Wallaker just with that little shove in the lower back. Tried to get away with it. Dennis Argyle said, nay, nay. That's not Patch the Pony either.
Well, you know, sometimes you just got to talk to the referee. Maybe you might be able to talk him out of it, but not this time. At the line for the Dukes will be number 24, Riley Day. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line so far tonight.
You know, in a 2-man game, you can sometimes get away with that, but in a 3-man game, somebody is zeroed in on that shooter and on that rebounder, and there's just very little chance that that's going to go on without being noticed.
I really love talking when I was playing, Jeff. Love talking to the officials. Just let them know, hey, I'm into it just as much as you are.
Day with a couple of nice free throws again, giving the Garber Dukes a 3-point lead. They've somewhat taken that away from us, though. After you call a foul, you got to go opposite table. And I love talking to the coaches as much as they love talking to us. So
Carl Newingham and those guys.
George Oliver.
They were some of my
Jack
favorite
Spencer.
guys. Yep. just great guys to be on the floor with.
And we're going to have a 30-second timeout. And this will be fun to see what Torrey draws up on the old three-dimensional blackboard. Back in a moment for the final 12.1 of the first half on Bay County TV.
AAA Transport and Limousine is the Great Lakes Bay region's most reliable and requested transportation service. For over a decade, we have been helping our clients to get to their destination on time, in style, and comfort. AAA's services include non-emergency medical transport, wheelchair accessible, school transportation, and shuttle services. We strive to provide exceptional customer service and tailor our fleet to meet your individual needs. Rest assured that you are in safe hands when you ride with AAA Transport and Limousine. To set up your next appointment, give us a call at 989-893-8294.
Back here on Bay County TV, let's thank some of our great sponsors, Mike.
All right, Jeff, absolutely. Covenant Healthcare, our friends from IBEW, our halftime show sponsor, 692 AAA Transportation, the sponsor of the key play quarter or moment of the game, Village Towing, shirts, mugs, and more, and, of course, our friends from both booster clubs at Essexville, Garber, and Bay City, John Glenn.
Craig Amar as well, too.
Oh,
gracious host
yes.
here. The athletic director, Joe Blong, lets it fly. Can't get it to drop with 2 seconds left. They're not going to get a shot off before the buzzer at the end of our first half of play. It's 22-19. The Garber Dukes by 3 over the John Glenn Bobcats. Back in a moment. We're going to recap the first half, set the stage for the second half right here on Bay County TV.
It doesn't matter what kind of weather. It doesn't matter what time of day or night. When Mother Nature's done her worst, the only thing that matters to us is keeping the lights on for you. The hard-working men and women of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, dedicated to keeping the power on in communities across the country. Because when bad weather strikes, we know what matters most. The IBEW, the power professionals.
Back at the half in our IBEW 692 halftime show. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. First half went pretty much according to what we thought it would be.
That was a wonderful first half of basketball, Jeff. Up and down the floor, good defense. Kids taking good shot, making their free throws. Defense was outstanding. Just a lot of fun to watch these young men get up and down the floor.
The Bobcats had a little bit of trouble early on filling it up. Joe Blong got the first 11 points for his crew before some of the other kids came together for the last 8 in the first half.
Yeah, and, Job had 11, Jeff. Nobody had any more than 4. But you know what? That's okay. Somebody else stepped up, and then, Walker got comfortable, made that basket going to the rack, and got themselves right back in this ball game. But, man, tip your hats off to the Garber Dukes coming over to a tough place to play here at Glenn and jumping out early. And, they stemmed that tie. They held on for a 22-19 lead here at the halftime.
Both teams playing great defense in the first half.
They really did. Good glide stance, challenging all that, hands high, good feet work. Everybody's playing hard, getting on the deck. You always love it when you see the young men getting on the floor, going after the basketball, making their free throws. Everything that we expected from this game tonight, folks, and more. It's going to be a great second half.
And it's only halfway done indeed. As we look forward to the second half, I'm going to be curious to see if there are any changes and adjustments at the half. If they are, they're going to be small tweaks.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see much there. You might see somebody come out maybe in a little three-quarter court, 1-2, 1-1 diamond trap or a 2-2-1, something like that. But, if I was Coach Jackson, I'd say, hey, we missed some easy bunnies. Keep shooting it. Coach Watts, I'm just telling my kids you're doing a great job. You got a 3-point lead here at the halftime. Let's keep doing what we're doing and play hard. Let's see if we get out of here with a win.
Both coaches used a great rotation in the first half. Players should be pretty well rested down the stretch.
Yeah, that was really good coaching down there. Good substitution. Used their timeouts well. Both of them have 4 timeouts left. I'm going to tell you what, brother, it's going to be a barn burner here in the second half.
Wouldn't have it any other way. That about puts the wraps on our IBEW 692 halftime show. Back with all the second half action in just a minute. on Bay County TV.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Back here on Bay County TV, there he is, the golden tablet, the golden iPad. He's got a golden pen that just doesn't get much use anymore.
He doesn't go through them like he used to, that's for sure.
Lee Thompson, he's
a good one.
He's a gemmery.
Yeah, he is. And that's a word, folks. Yeah. We looked it up.
He's got great passion for high school sports, and it shows. As the Garber Dukes nearly turned it over to start the third quarter, they're going to get another opportunity. Out at the top, one and done as the shot is missed by McFarlane.
The golden iPad just came up to say hi to us.
Well, good. He can sit up here on the top, and we'll let him sit next to us in this high-rent district. Joe Blog sends it back over to O'Hare here on the near wing. As they take their time, Joe Blog trying to work this offense right now. They want to get that ball down to Wallaker. As he does a spin move, a very nice little fadeaway from 9 feet on the wing.
What a great way to start the third quarter, Jeff. Walker struggled just a touch, had good looks, give him the ball, makes the first basket, gets him off the slide, gets him some comfortable situation shooting the ball right there.
Well, then he gets a steal at the other end, but you're right. I believe they designated that for him.
That was drawn up.
See if they could get him going. Watch out if he starts warming it up and that ball gets out of control. And he realizes, man, he had a half a step to the hole and he could have finished. He just got a little excited.
Yep, that's a great call by Coach Jackson. Get him the ball, get him an easy, nice way to start the third quarter, Jeff. You know what? It's okay. It's okay you did other things to help your team in the first half.
Because they're going to have just a little bit of that hand check. When you get that hand extending into the hip and into the low back, if you see that offensive player even nudge a little bit, you know it's usually because of that little flip. Has the rebound and the putback for the deuce. And that is number 5, Evan Burrows, really crashing the offensive boards hard in a 3-point lead once again for the Garber Dukes.
That's Evan's 8th point of the evening.
As they move the ball around, Joe Blanc thought about burping it up. He takes his time, and we're going to have a foul on the play and 2 shots. Torrey's saying, I want you to go straight up strong with that. He says, I can make the fadeaway too, Coach, so you tell me which one you want. I'm proficient at both.
That foul's on number 24 for
That's Dave.
Garber. Riley Day, his second, team foul number 1. Joe Blong's going to shoot 2.
A little bit strong with that first offering. He's the leading scorer in the ball game for either teams at this point with 11. Second one, bend to the knees. Flick of the wrist. 3 pieces of iron, and he couldn't get it to drop with 6:05 and counting left in our third quarter of play. At the other end, Dylan McFarland tickles the twine on the try and doubled the lead from 3 to 6.
Nice shot. Good break right there by the Garber Dukes. McFarland did a nice job sitting on it. And,
so he tried to get that ball down to Willison. We got a foul.
The foul's on Van Ochten, his second team foul number 2. Out of bounds right just left of us below the balcony here, Jeff.
Wallaker.
I thought he was going to burp it up from there. You know, he's in range when he gets in the parking lot.
Once he laces the shoes up, he says, I'm ready to rock. They're going to reset the show. This is a big basket here, opportunity offensively for the Bobcats, down 6. O'Hare.
Ooh, he thought about it too.
But, you know, the Garber Dukes are really stepping out and closing out very quickly on those shooters. Wallaker had that ball tipped. And that ball goes off the back of the backboard and will go back over to the Garber Dukes. That what you call the glide step, Coach, they are really closing that gap on the shooters in a hurry.
Yeah, they're coming out under control, hands high, good footwork, glide stance. Under control is the main thing right there,
man,
Jeff.
you almost sound like you're teaching a clinic, Coach. Going to the other end, the extra pass. Very, very well executed, unselfish offensive set that time for the Garber Dukes.
Real good ball movement, moving it from one side of the floor to the other. Fouls on number 12 for John Glenn, Quincy Allman. Oh, number 3, Job Long. That's his third personal foul. Team foul number 2 at the line, Riley Day. Jamison Van Ochten.
And you just mentioned Quincy Allman. Torrey Jackson said, well, if Coach Guisdal is talking about him, I better bring him off the bench and bring him in for a minute. So,
well, it'd be the first time anybody's ever listened to me when I was coaching.
Second free throw attempt is forthcoming. Van Ochten puts that one up, and it's all Cotton. 5:10 and counting left in our third quarter of play. Garber Dukes up by 7 over the John Glenn Bobcats. Wallaker going strong to the hole. Couldn't quite get it to finish as the ball comes down to Schimmel. Schimmel brings it into the front court right now with an opportunity with a 3-ball to go up 10.
Good hands.
Good defense that time. Good position as the John Glenn Bobcats forced a turnover of their own. Keep it single digits. See if they can knock this lead down to 4 or 5 points. There's Wallaker. There's the finish. That great first step.
See the eyes from where we were up, Jeff? He followed it all the way through the basket. Great job by Wallaker taking it to the rack.
So it makes it a 5-point ball game right now. And a great look underneath. Offensive rebound. Going up with a third opportunity and making it count is number 12, Jamison Van Ochten. Garber Dukes maintaining that 7-point lead.
That was a nice power move right there by Van Ochten. Power dribble right there, Jeff. 2 hands, get it down, get it up quick.
Allman's got day on him defensively. Takes that stutter step to the hole. Good help defense. Kept Allman from finishing at the hole. Here's a nice look from 3. Just off the mark again. Boy, his shot's only been by a half-inch off tonight.
That thing
Coach.
was halfway down.
There's a long 3-ball again from number 10. Dylan McFarland tickling the twine on the trifecta. 3:38 left in the third. 10-point lead for the Garber Dukes. Torrey Jackson needs a TO, baby. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
At Covenant Healthcare, we see this every day. As the region's leader, Covenant has the best emergency and trauma team for adults and children. Because on an ordinary day, you just may need the extraordinary.
Back on Bay County TV. Always got to love that pep band in the background. Normally you only get them, Coach, on Friday nights, but on Tuesday we get a bonus.
Well, they knew Bay County TV was coming, and they knew that they were going to be on TV, so nice job. Always fun to have the band in the house.
Well, I always love the pep bands, Coach, because you can recognize most of the songs.
Yeah, right.
They play this pregame music, and I'm wondering, maybe the next song
It's not
I'll
our
recognize.
era. No, they don't play our era.
Rory O'Hare with a shot and a miss again. Boxing out big time on the defensive glass as the Bobcats get no second chance opportunities. Trying to roll through right now. Got a little weave going. McFarland passes that ball off as he settles back into the corner. Burrows back to McFarland. As again, patience offensively. They're making the Bobcats work hard. Great backdoor look, but Porter with a nice stop on the play, but number 12, Jamison Van Ochten with a kiss off the glass for the deuce, and the Bobcats down a dozen with the offense rolling.
That's his 10th point tonight. Jamison's had a great basketball game so far tonight for the Essexville Garber Dukes.
Porter wide open for a 3-ball. Rebounded putback. That was what I would consider a great defensive foul because Woolison had an uncontested layup, and Van Ochten says you're going to have to earn them at the free throw line. Good, clean, hard foul.
That was a good foul, Jeff. Good rebound right there by Wallace, and that's Van Ochten's third personal, team foul number 3.
First of 2 as it rattles off the iron. 2:35 left in our third quarter of play. Plus 12 are the Essexville Garber Dukes, pending this second free throw attempt.
2:35 to go here in the third quarter.
Willison just a touch strong on the second as they try the double team. Good patience, and then we're going to have a John Glenn Bobcat foul as Porter's going to come right back into the ball game after a short stay on the bench as
that's Willison.
Junior Long is in the game.
Willison's second team foul, number 3 against the Bobcats. 2:25 to counting. Jeff, go here in the third quarter.
Well, my apologies. Hunter Jenkins is the 11. I mistook my program, so I'm sorry that I misspoke for Mr. Jenkins.
He had a really nice game when we saw him against the Midland High Chemics, Jeff. Coming off the bench, played very well, played really solid, did a lot of nice things. Got to the free throw line late, made some free throws down the stretch for that big win by John Glenn.
Allman thought about trying to make it to the hole. O'Hare dishes that off in the corner. And again, great defense, just not allowing any good, clean, open looks for the John Glenn Bobcats thus far in the game. Free throw extension. Jenkins could not get the shot to drop. And they get the ball into the front court right now as Millar sends it back up top today.
Just took a look down at Coach Jackson. He just kind of said, you know, we're getting good shots. They're just not going down for us.
Fighting for the loose change. A great box out that time by Jenkins, not allowing a second chance opportunity for the Essexville Garber Dukes. Porter gets that to Allman. He passes it off. Wide open. Jenkins couldn't get it to drop. Fight for the loose change down on the floor, and the Garber Dukes come up with yet another loose ball.
$1:10 to go, Jeff, in the third quarter.
We haven't seen anything of Swart out in the third quarter, so they've gone with a smaller lineup, and it seems to be effective. McFarlane is feeling it. Tickling the twine from downtown. Boy, he really came off a screen, turned and squared up the shoulders and the feet and let it fly.
Yeah, he did a nice job there. That's his 11th point so far in the ballgame.
The shot is missed on the play, but O'Hare with the rebound and put back, cannot get it to drop. Back at the other end. Strong to the hole, unable to finish is Ben Davis. We didn't say that too many times during football season. He was usually able to finish there.
He's a player.
He's certainly a great athlete. With 20 ticks left in the third, this is a huge possession. And a travel for Allman as he shuffled the Tootsies before that orange hit the floor. So coming in for the John Glenn Bobcats, a couple of substitutes, and one of them is Will Osdick. And the other young gentleman is Ryan Wolscheid, number 20. So with the last chance opportunity, McFarlane says, I want it. Off the iron it goes with 6 seconds left. They get the rebound. Burrows goes to the hole, and he's fouled on the play. What a turn of events here in the last couple of possessions as the Essexville Garber Dukes, with but 3 ticks left on the third quarter, go to the free throw line plus 15 with a chance to put 2 more on the board.
Burrows has had a nice game tonight, Jeff. Going to go shoot 2 free throws with 3 seconds to go. Evans first one up. Nice.
Nice stroke.
He'll get another one. 39-23. 3 ticks to go here in the third quarter.
Boy, both student sections very well represented tonight, too.
Yes.
That adds to the crowd.
Fun.
Second one rattles home as well. Let's see if the Bobcats can at least get a look off with 3 seconds left. Allman at half court, off the rim. At the end of 3, it's 40-23. Garber Dukes up by 17. Back in a moment for the Final 8 on Bay County TV.
It takes a lot to raise a family. A good job, a good salary, and some patience. A lot of people my age are drowning in college debt. But I chose a different path. I'm a member of the IBEW, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. I work hard for my job, and I love what I do. I had a lot of choices for my future, but I made the best choice for my family. IBEW, the right choice.
As the Bobcats are going to get their hands on the ball first in the fourth quarter, they got to find some instant offense.
They got to. They were, Jeff, as an 18-4 third quarter won by the Essexville Garber Dukes. But Bobcats are capable of turning it on, that's for sure.
But again, the Garber Duke defense has just really stymied them as Osdick got his hands on the ball for a second. It got knocked away. So 16 ticks into our fourth quarter. The Bobcats have not been able to put up their first shot of the fourth quarter. Joe Blong into the ball game. You know what he's going to do. Dribble, penetrate, finish, and score. I believe his first points in the second half.
Yep, that is his first points in the second half, Jeff. He got 3 fouls, had to sit pretty much the whole third quarter, but back in the game. Nice job by Joe to get the Bobcats going here in the fourth quarter.
Osdick with some great step-out defense. Now trying to roll again. If there's nothing there, all you got to do if you're the Dukes is bring it back out and reset the show. They're in no hurry to make anything happen offensively.
Run your offense. You don't like it, you're right. Bring it back out and set it up all over again.
But we've already played the first minute of the fourth quarter as they send that ball back up top to Millars. Deep on the left-hand wing. Just beating the double team as they try and go inside, and looks like Wallaker's going to pick up a foul as he tried to go through the offensive player to get to that loose ball.
His second team foul, number 5, out of bounds to the Garber Dukes. So we're going to have a timeout. We'll take a timeout on 4. We'll be back right after this on Bay County TV.
Over the years, he's put his heart into being your dad. He was always there to fix things. Now that he needs help, don't lose hope. Covenant Center for the Heart is leading the way in minimally invasive heart options for inoperable or high-risk patients. With the first and most comprehensive structural heart disease program in the Great Lakes Bay region. It's extraordinary heart care, close to home.
All right, back here on Bay County TV, you're seeing the pep band there. We're full of pep, vim, and vigor as well. Let's thank our great sponsors, Mike.
All right, Jeff, the sponsor of our pre-game show, Covenant Healthcare. Our halftime show is sponsored by International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 692. The Village Towing key play of the game is sponsored by our very good friends from Village Towing, AAA Transport. How about the official apparel provider, shirts, mugs, and more. And, of course, who could forget our booster clubs from John Glenn and Essexville Garber, and our superintendents, Eric Allshouse at Essexville Hampton and Matt Schmidt here at Bangor Township. Great crew.
We're blessed.
We are certainly blessed, no doubt.
Ball to be inbounded here momentarily. Burrows couldn't quite get a good grip on it as he's going to fight for that loose ball that's down on the ground. It's going to end up being in a jump ball situation. Yep, and that's good. We had a double whistle. Young Matthew says, I'm going to look over at Dennis and make sure before I make a call, because all you want to do is you want to just put your hand up. If there's a double, you make a glance before you understand one's not got a foul and one's got a jump ball.
Good call. Fish has done a nice job tonight.
They have done indeed. Day with a putback, can't get it to finish. And the ball out of bounds, and it's going to go back over to the John Glenn Bobcats.
This is not a game for the meek and mild, Jeff. These young men are going at each other, playing hard, and it's physical out there. They're going to feel it tomorrow morning.
Which is exactly the way it should be. Joe Blong wide open for a 3-ball, rattles it home, tickling the twine. And that brings them back to within 12. Another basket here, and it's single digits here with 6:18 left in the fourth. Boy, that cross-court pass nearly. Osdick normally got it, or almost got it. There's a turnover.
5-0 run by the Bobcats right now, Jeff.
Wallaker is thinking about letting one fly, looks underneath. And that ball is turned over. And unforced turnovers. When you got that 5-0 run going, you at least like to get a good look at the basket down here.
McFarland and Van Octen back into the game. Van Octen's got 3 fouls, Jeff. 6 minutes exactly to go in the game.
And the Bobcats with a little 1-2-2 three-quarter court pressure. Nice skip pass that time.
Drop back in the man-to-man. Good job by the Bobcats. Good job by Bobcats getting back. Good job by the Dukes recognizing.
Strong to the hole with a great Van Ochten finish. He's fouled on the play, and he'll go to the free throw line. Boy, what great strength down there. Knew there was going to be contact. Had enough strength to muscle that thing off the glass and get it through the cotton.
Fouls on number 4 for Osdijk. His second personal team foul. Osdijk, his team foul number 6.
Boy, and that cuts off that 5-0 run and puts a quick 3 back on the board. And what was 12 going to be potentially 10 is now back to 15 as Day's going to come down the floor. Sends that thing ahead with a controlled fast break. Adam Schimmel with a kiss off the glass on the left hand.
Nice job surveying the floor, and Schimmel being the rim runner right to the rim.
At the other end, shot is up and missed, one and done with a great backside seal out that time by Burrows. Boy, this game has changed back and forth, a 5-0 run. Now you got another 5-0 run on the other side of the floor. And on the offensive set, they're going to skip that thing out to Burrows, who's going to try and finish at the hole. He can't finish at the hole, and he's going to go to the free throw line and shoot 2. This has just been a wave of little mini streaks here in the second half.
That foul looks like it's going to be on number 4. Osdijk, his third personal, team foul number 7.
It's Ryan Wolfscheid is number 20 on that number change in the program. Now the young people are going to be able to come into the ball game. And that is number 5, Jeremiah Long. So we finally got his number incorrect. Also number 23 into the game, Garibaldi.
And number 10, Tyler Williams for the Bobcats into the ball game.
As Burrows will shoot one more at the free throw line with 4:55 left in the game. Look at the soft shooter's touch, those friendly roll of the iron here.
Don't care how it goes in, just as long as it goes in.
Looks good on the score sheet no matter how it happens.
That's right.
Trying to roll this thing to the last 4:44 and counting of the ball game, as the Bobcats just have had trouble filling it up tonight offensively. As again, the Garber Dukes just continue to play stifling defense 25 feet away from the basket.
Yeah, they've been solid all night on the defensive end of the floor, Jeff.
Yeah, Williams in the corner had nowhere to go with it. And as they try and go back out front, finally Long gets his opportunity. And he's looking to dribble penetrate. He does the stutter, sends that thing back to the middle, and boy, you're in the middle of a whole lot of people, and they're going to have a turnover, and that's probably the right call there.
Yep.
Nobody really had any major contact to cause him. He lost his balance, went to the ground, and the Bobcats get their hand back on the floor.
Into the game for the Dukes, Logan Woodruff, number 14, and also Mike Mulders, number 22.
As they send that ball back out top. As number 20, Garibaldi sends that thing on the wing. Back over to Garibaldi again. As the Essexville Garber Dukes just giving them nothing good, easy to look at the basket. There's Jeremiah Long with a 3 ball. Can't get that one to drop. And as has been most of the ball game, one and done. Has now taken their time walking that ball up the floor. The clock certainly in their favor.
Definitely the 3:24 and counting to go in the ball game, Jeff. 46-28. Garber with the big lead over the John Glenn Bobcats here at the Bobcat Gym.
And in a closer ball game, McFarland probably would have let that last one fly, but no need to. As Coach Chris Watts says, I'm going to need a timeout right now. We're going to see if we can spread this out a little bit and finish it off in style. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Village Towing and Auto Repair of Cauqualan and Bay City is here to help you in your hour of need with fast and friendly service. With over 30 years of towing experience, we know how to get the job done quickly and safely. From big to small, we do it all. Give us a call at 989-684-9607 for all your towing needs.
As we get a panoramic view of some of the great crowd here tonight, the ball game. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala along with you. Jared Doan, Matthew Place on the cameras. Nick Page producing and directing here.
No Natalie
on site.
tonight?
Natalie's at school tonight.
Oh, gotcha.
Her heart is here. I hope she can study math tonight thinking about the ball game.
She'd rather be here, I know that.
She definitely would love to be here, but education is important
there
as
you
well.
Go. Absolutely.
It's all about priorities and
Especially when you're
having to
paid
grow
for it,
up
Dad.
in life. You know, it stinks. That shot is missed, and the rebound comes down to the Joplin Bobcats and Jeremiah Long. Jeremiah dribble penetrates and just kind of lost his momentum for a little bit. And trying to go to the hole was number 23, Garibaldi. He was fouled on the play. That'll be on the floor, though.
If I look at number 21 of Essexville, Garber, Will Rivette, his first team foul, number 4. That's pretty impressive. Only 4 team fouls here in the second half, Jeff.
With the type of defense that they've played, it's extremely impressive, Coach.
Yeah, it has been. They've been getting after it, doing a nice job tonight.
Their glide step out to the perimeter shooters have really caused a lot of problems as the shot is missed, and trying to go back up is Rogers. And we're going to have a foul out of bounds, as I didn't catch the number.
22, Mike Mulders, his first. Team foul number 5 for the Garber Dukes.
As they get the ball finally inbounded. As the ball is nearly tipped away, as Schimmel back into the ball game. So I believe Coach Chris Watts is going to show on offense. He's going to play tough defense, but on offense, he's going to probably show a spread look for a backdoor cut for a basket.
Yep.
Other than that, wait till one of his players get fouled. So there's a great backdoor feed, unable to finish, but the Bobcats get another rebound, and Long will reset the show. Just beating the double team, wide open for another 3-ball look. It's off the mark. And the Bobcats have had great looks all night long, Coach. They just haven't been able to drop.
It's exactly right. They've had tremendous looks, but it just wasn't their night tonight, Jeff. But you know what? That's okay. Come 12-hour rule, forget about it. Come to school tomorrow and get ready for practice.
Now, they've got double-digit wins on the year, so you know they've done a whole lot of things right.
They have done a lot of things right.
As we're down to $1:15 and counting left in the ball game. Schimmel out, just kind of moving around the floor right now. They're just gobbling up valuable time.
Well, that was a nice screen.
Travel before. Yep, that was a good call. I knew exactly when Mr. Evans blew that whistle. He had the shuffle of the Tootsies before that shot went up.
Yeah, just a little bit of a hop right there, Jeff, and good call by the officials. They've done a great job tonight. We're going to be under a minute here.
If they were playing over in Europe, he could have got away with that Euro step, but not here in the
NBA,
US of A.
NBA, man. They walk so much, that's why they're in such great shape.
Yep, they don't have to worry. But they can get the extra step and a half at the other end of the floor, and are they going to try and finish it at the hole? Great unselfish look in the basket by number 14 on the play, Woodruff. With the deuce, very unselfish that time by Millars.
Yeah, Millars with a nice dime right there, Jeff.
Boy, a 20-point lead as the ball is knocked down and out of bounds. We're going to have a foul, and I believe that is still going to be on the floor, team foul number 6. Nope, they're going to set up in a shooting situation.
Fouls on number 22. For Essexville Garber, it's Mike Mulders shooting 2.
And I will tell you, when I was talking with the officials before the game, they're not super familiar as the first free throw by Jeremiah Long goes in. They said, what can we expect tonight, Jeff? And I said, I believe the winner's going to have around 50 points tonight. And I look up and they've got 48 points. I knew the way both teams played defense, it wasn't going to be a 70-point for either team.
No.
But, I might be 2 points off because I'm not certain.
I wasn't in on that conversation, so I can't verify that, but I'll talk to those guys later just to make sure.
You can get confirmation on that statement.
Not that I was calling you a liar.
No, I certainly get you. But see, I'm going to be wrong because they're probably only going to end up with 48. As a third opportunity to go in the hole to give them that 50th point of the night with 1.2 ticks left in the ball game. Going to finish at the hole will be Ben Davis.
Well, that was a nice effort by Ben. That foul is on number 22 for the Bobcats. No, excuse me, number 13. Drew Rogers, his first.
And with 1.2 ticks left, that's all there is.
There isn't any more.
The final score in our ball game. The Essexville Garber Dukes 51 and the John Glenn Bobcats 30. Back in a moment to put the wraps on this one on Bay County TV.
AAA Transport and Limousine is the Great Lakes Bay region's most reliable and requested transportation service. For over a decade, we have been helping our clients to get to their destination on time, in style, and comfort. AAA's services include non-emergency medical transport, wheelchair accessible, school transportation, and shuttle services. We strive to provide exceptional customer service and tailor our fleet to meet your individual needs. Rest assured that you are in safe hands when you ride with AAA Transport and Limousine. To set up your next appointment, give us a call at 989-893-8294.
Back with the post-game show on Bay County TV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala along with you. That glide, step, defensive push out to that three-point line tonight really frustrated the John Glenn Bobcats tonight.
You know, Garber did a really nice job on the defensive end of the floor. Jeff held a very good shooting team to 30 points and only 11 points in the second half. And Garber was really quick getting to the ball. The glide stance was under control, hands high, challenged every shot, boxed out really well, and really did a nice job in the transition offense to the Garber Dukes tonight.
The other thing that really impressed me with Garber tonight was the extra pass in transition. They'd get a really good look turning into an excellent look with a finish.
Yeah, you know what, Jeff, you're right. They had a good fast break, and what I liked about them is they moved it around the floor tonight. Didn't stay on one side. When it got to the left, they didn't like it over there. They moved it around to the right, got some good looks, had some bunnies, and, you know, Van Octon was really, really strong tonight down on the low blocks.
Distribution of points again for Garber has been their calling card all year long. Tonight was no exception. 3 guys in double figures tonight. Good balance for the Garber Dukes. Van Octon leading the way with 13. McFarland had 11. Evan Burrows had 11, Jeff. Schimmel chipped in with 7. So there was good balance down there. They did a nice job spreading the wealth around. Got to the free throw line, made their free throws. Garber looked pretty sharp tonight. If you're Torrey Jackson, you're going to walk in to the locker room and say, fellas, the scoreboard has no indication with how hard and how well we played tonight. They had a lot of really good looks that on most nights are going to go down. Tonight just was not their night offensively. Well, and you know, we've said it 1,000 times since we've been broadcasting basketball, Jeff. Some nights you're the pigeon and some nights you're the statue. It's not going to go in. It's just not going to work for you, and that was what's going on with John Glenn. You've got 12 hours. You forget about it. You come to school. You go to class. You have your lunch. You come to practice tomorrow. It's in the rear view mirror. It happens to everybody. I don't think Michael Jordan made every shot that he took when he was playing basketball. It's going to happen. You've got to get over it and get ready for the next game. And you got to fight your way through this, and it happens. So, you know, and Torrey will tell you the same thing. He didn't make every shot, and he was a class player. So it happens. You got to move on. Got to say a special thank you to our brides, because this weekend our brides are going to unconditionally give up themselves so that we can spend about 30 quality hours together. What do we got going on this weekend?
Well, you know, Jeff, it's our annual Bay City Fireworks Festival telethon at the Arbiter Hall in the Governor's Quarters. And you're right, our brides watch that, then we get home. I don't know about yours, but mine kind of shakes her head and says, great job, and we'll get up early and do it all over again Sunday. But it's going to be a fun working with you again. And unfortunately for us, this is our last basketball game of the winter season, so it's been a good one.
Well, we're going to get together in a week or so, and we're going to put together our spring sports and have an opportunity for a lot of great ball games. But, you know, this has been a great, fun winter of basketball. It's always a pleasure to sit by your side, Coach. I think I've learned a few things this winter.
Well, you have. You've been listening to me, but my friend, it's always a pleasure. And, you know, we get to do this and the telethon, and then Mayor Newsham sees me at the chamber meeting and says, hey, do you want to do the parade? And I said, are you asking us back? And she says, yeah. I said, well, if you keep
Probably
asking.
by default.
If you keep asking, we'll keep coming. So we've got a busy end of February and March coming up, but it's really an honor and a privilege to sit next to you and do all this stuff, and it's just a riot. I love doing it with you.
It's all fun whenever we can sit next to each other. That about puts the wraps on tonight's game. On behalf of the whole crew, I'm Jeff Doan along with Mike Wisdala. Tonight, Jared Doan and Matt Place. We also want to thank Natalie Doan for her efforts this winter, and producer, director extraordinaire, Nick Page.
Couldn't do without him.
Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.
We'll see you next time.